Hey, this is Murray from Success with Dr. Murray, shooting a video on how to rank your videos in Google. Now, this is part 2. Hopefully you caught me on part 1. If you haven't, you got to go check out part 1 immediately. The link is below this video in the description. And then come right back to part 2, how to rank your videos in Google. Part 2 of a 3-part series. This particular section is going to be called SEO tricks to get your videos ranked by Google. We discussed that search relevance is one of the levers that Google thinks is important when ranking your videos. We talked about that in the first video. So now I'm going to show you mechanically how you do that. Again, make sure you watch part 1 first, and then right after you watch this, there's a part 3. Man, you're going to really have your videos ranking. It's unbelievable. All right, now, this is a tip. This tip right here, it could make or break you right here. Not many people know this. This is a ninja secret stealth trick. But when you're creating your video on your PC, I'm using Screencast here. Save the file with the keyword as the name of the file that should be saved as the keyword that you're using in YouTube to get searched and found. All right, so use some intelligence in the file name of the video as you save it. This is even before you upload it to YouTube, okay? So save the file name as the keyword. Very, very important. The next thing you need to do is once you upload it into YouTube is put the keyword right in the title, right? You want your keyword to be peppered throughout the entire YouTube experience of your video. If you can possibly start with a keyword at the beginning of the title as opposed to at the end, that makes it even more powerful. Then you got to put the keyword in the description, and you can do that 3 ways. The first way you could do it is if you have a blog. I have a blog, okay, and I typically have a blog post and I have a video with it and embedded it in the blog post. The video goes with the blog. The way you can leverage that keyword is in YouTube is to just copy and paste the whole blog post and put it right in the description of your YouTube video. I'm going to show you how I did that real quick. Hang in there. Let's see. I'm going to bring this over. All right, now this is a video that I did right here. This is what you see when you look at it. Now, one thing before I, right here. So you only see a little bit of information here in the description. This is called above the fold, all right? What you want to do whenever you're doing any kind of marketing is you want to expose your prospect to as much information as you can without having them to scroll down or click off or anything like that. The minimum amount of work that they have to do because of attention spans being so short, you want to do it. Now this didn't come out quite as nice as I want, but right above what we call above the fold, there we go. That's a link that ultimately I wanted to take people as a result of seeing this video. And so you want to have that above the fold. That's not my keyword per se, but it's above the fold. Now when you open up the newspaper, that's an expression from reading newspapers in crowded buses or trains when you're jammed in. You can't sit there with a big Wall Street Journal and open it and block everybody that's sitting next to you, and the guy next to you has BO and this guy over here is smoking or something. What you have to do is you have to fold up your newspaper, and you can only look at it a little piece at a time, so it's called above the fold. Anyway, that's a little history of what above the fold comes from. So showing more, so this is my entire blog post right here with this particular keyword, right? And so that my keyword is laced in here as well as links to parts 1 and 2 of another video series that I did on this. So what we have here in the description is all kinds of inner links to other videos, more power, more link juice in terms of Google searches are in here, including the keyword, all right, is just laced in here throughout. So if you, getting back to my PowerPoint, if you have a blog, post the whole blog in your description. where were we? Right there. If you don't, you could, the next thing you could do, the next desirable thing would be to get a transcription of your video, have somebody write down all the verbiage and post that all in the description. And if you can't afford that, the third option and the easiest thing to do is just to write a little paragraph about your video summary and put the keyword in there. All right, so you want the keyword in the title, you want the description, and in any links, if you link off to some other site, you want the keyword in the link. And then you want the keyword in any annotations that you have. What is an annotation? An annotation, I'm going to show you. This is if you don't have a pulse, or if you've been living under a rock for the last 3 months, you don't know that this is Gangnam Style by this Korean dude Psy. Well, if you look at these little things right here, these are called annotations. So you want to put your keyword in these annotations, which is a something you can click on to take you somewhere else outside the video, but you want to take them to some place that is helpful to you in your call to action, and you want the keyword to be in here. Like this guy did not follow that rule here or here, but having said that, the guy does have 921 million views. This is just a compelling video. I mean, this guy is, when you talk about compelling videos, I mean, I've probably watched that 30 times. Anyway, so sprinkle your keyword liberally throughout this, but don't make it forced. It should flow natural. Don't make it robotic or forced, okay? Next, optimize your tags. Tags are very important, and you can be real creative with tags, okay? So put your keyword in your tags, obviously, okay? Secondly, a point I want to make about tags is that when you look on the right side panel of any video, there's a list of videos listed that are that have tags that are similar to the search word that you used to find the video you're looking at. Like if you like that video, you might like one of these on the right side. So they're important. It's very important if you can get your video to show up on the right side while somebody's watching another video, that they might go over and click on it, right? And how do you do that is with tags. Okay, so how do you figure out what tags to use? This is a powerful little trick. Again, I'm going to go back to Safari. Let's say, whoops, that's not what I wanted. I wanted this particular tab. So I'm doing that little video that I showed you that I just did is on Movember, which is a program to raise awareness for men's health issues. So what tags should I have used for that? Well, I put Movember in a Google search, and if you know, when you do a Google search, you get these at the bottom of the page. You get searches related to Movember. So all these 8 little searches here are all tags that I want to put into my video on Movember, because these are things that people are searching for that are like what my main keyword is. So I want to attract people searching for these terms as well. The next thing I want to put in there is, for example, well, let me go back to my PowerPoint before I get too distracted. All right. The next thing you want to do is to search YouTube for highly ranked videos using your keyword. So what I did was I went on YouTube, did a search for Movember, and looked at all the videos for Movember that were ranked. And the ones that had the highest rank, I looked at what the tags that those had. And I took advantage of those tags and put them on my video so that people searching for those same tags would get my video as a result, in addition to the ones that were ranked highly. So those are 2 powerful ninja tactics to figure out what tags you want to put on your video. All right, very cool, very cool. All right, next, let's go back to my presentation mode. This is something that's extremely cool. That I don't think too many people know about, but somehow YouTube has an amazing voice recognition technology. They know how to get your video ranked in Google. Now, what was that? That was my keyword. And I want to say that a lot during this presentation about how to get your video ranked in Google. And YouTube recognizes that expression, and basically it's picking up the keywords in your dialogue, and that helps rank you, believe it or not, in Google. So use your keyword at the beginning of your dialogue, during the close for sure, and as much as possible during the meat, without making it sound too forced, because you don't want too many people to think you're intentionally saying how to get your videos ranked on Google. Don't go overboard. I'm just kind of exaggerating for effect there. I told you about using a written transcription. And again, the transcription should be keyword optimized if you, in your dialogue, you had your keyword liberally used throughout the presentation, as I mentioned. Okay, so now here's another cool ninja trick. I'm going to show you this. I don't know why this works, but it certainly works. So embed your link in the bottom of the video. All right, so here is my video. And how do you get your link? You go to share. And when you click on share, this is the link right here that you would copy and paste to put on somebody else's blog or social media site or whatever. You copy that, and then you edit your video. Where is edit? Edit. Show me where edit is. Let's say I copied that. And I want to go to edit, 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 edit. Why can't I find edit? I'm going to go here. Let me pause this for a second. Okay, I hit back. Here's the list of my videos, and I would go to edit. All right, so here's the video. Here's the description. I'm going to open that up. Again, I mentioned this is my blog post that I pasted right in there, and at the bottom of my blog post, I pasted the the share link for this video. Now, in this particular case, I had a series of 4 videos, and I embedded all 4 links here to go to this, to put the series together. So that's a powerful tool. You're kind of creating an infinite loop of connections with all the videos that are associated with this particular video. Very powerful. Definitely do that. Embed your the link to the video in the description. All right, hope that makes sense. And as I just showed you, create a series of short videos relating to one topic. Instead of one 20-minute video, make 5 4-minute videos and link them all together like I just did, like I just showed you there. That gives you a lot of power. Embed the links from the series in each video description. Now here's something that people don't know about, is creating a playlist. You see this playlist all over the place, but you don't know what good it is. YouTube likes playlists, okay? So let's go to a playlist. I'll show you what the playlist is. I'm going to get out of this, go to Video Manager, and I'm going to go to this one. This is the one we were looking at, I believe, yes. And I'm going to pause it before I start talking. And add to, all right, add to. Here is my playlist on growing a mustache for men's health. I would add it to this, and I'm not going to add it right now, but there is a link that's created for the entire playlist. That link is what you want to publish. Depending on what you're trying to do, if you want to publish the whole series of videos, you publish the link to the playlist, and then you get the super juice of all the you're leveraging all the power of all the links of all the videos together into one playlist. YouTube really likes that. It's very powerful if you're doing your own series. All right, if you're doing your own series of videos, and every time I come back, I got to click through here. Sorry about that. So if you like I did, if you create a playlist of 4 videos, put them all in this playlist. Or, now this is even cooler, right? Let's say you don't have a bunch of videos. Let's say you're doing a video that somehow you can relate to Gangnam Style, for example. Now, Gangnam Style has, the #1 video of all time, but if you look on the right, there's a whole bunch of spin-offs that people have done. If you can somehow create a video that had some kind of relation to Gangnam Style, you could create a playlist, put your video in it, put Gangnam Style in it, and any of the other highly ranked videos in it, and create a playlist, even though you didn't create all the videos in the playlist, but you would leverage their their ranking, which, they rank pretty friggin' high. It's the #1 video of all time, right? Now, I can't think of too many business applications for Gunyan style, but you get the picture, right? So leverage the ranking of the other highly ranked videos in your playlist, and then you can, in YouTube, you can put your video to the top of the playlist, so that when somebody finds your playlist, your video is #1. The risk in that is they'll click off and go to Gunyan style after they watch yours, or even they might not get to yours, but at least yours will show up first when someone gets the power of that playlist. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right. Uh, so those are some quick and dirty SEO tricks. Very easy, very simple. You should create a checklist of all these things to do every time you put a video on YouTube. Is to do all these things and make sure you get all your I's dotted and T's crossed. What I want you to do right now is watch promotion tips to get your videos ranked on Google, which is part 3 of my series. If you missed part 1, if you just landed on part 2 by chance, go back and watch part 1 and kind of give you an overview of what Google's looking for. You kind of give you the right mindset of where to start. All right, and then watch these 3, and you'll just experience a tsunami of traffic to your videos, which is ultimately the goal we want. So if you got any value out of this video, this training, if there was something, a little nugget that proved useful, I am very glad that that happened. And what I'd like you to do is click like down below, give me a thumbs up, and put a comment in. We've talked about that. That gives me more credibility in, as we've discussed, that's one of the things that make videos rank. So you could help me out and do that for me. Similarly, you should do that anytime you see somebody's video, put in a lot of work. You should like and put a comment in, and that's a win-win for the whole community, All right. So thank you. This has been Murray from Success with Dr. Murray, showing you how to rank your videos in Google. We'll see you in part 3.